Music, are you inadvertently compromising your health without awareness? Have you contemplated why certain individuals maintain sharpness, vitality, and well-being well into their 80s and 90s, while others grapple with persistent fatigue, infections, and deteriorating health? What if the distinction lies not solely in luck or genetics, but rather in the quotidian care of one's body? Most individuals adhere to the same hygiene regimen they have practiced for decades, including showering, toothbrushing, and perhaps applying lotion, believing they are fulfilling all necessary health requirements. Indeed, there are 5 neglected body parts that many individuals, particularly older adults, fail to cleanse adequately, which is significant due to the potential health ramifications. Ignoring these regions can result in severe health complications, ranging from chronic inflammation to infections that compromise the immune system. Recent studies indicate that inadequate hygiene in these areas may also exacerbate heart disease, diabetes-related issues, and cognitive deterioration. Addressing this concern requires merely a few minutes daily, yet it can substantially boost energy levels, improve circulation, and more. Enhance longevity. I previously overlooked certain concealed hygiene errors until I engaged in a discussion with Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatric specialist with over 3 decades of experience in working with elderly individuals. Her insights profoundly altered my perspective on personal hygiene. Today, I will disclose 5 body parts that are commonly neglected and explain how providing them with a modicum of additional care could extend your lifespan. Rest assured, I am not advocating for prolonged bathroom sessions or the purchase of extravagant products. These are straightforward, pragmatic suggestions. Engaging in activities that require merely minutes each day can significantly transform your health. Remain with me until the conclusion, as understanding these 5 pivotal areas will lead to tangible improvements: fresher breath, enhanced balance, reduced discomfort, and improved sleep quality. Before we proceed, I kindly request that if you value your health and seek additional insights, please click the like button. This action enables me to provide you with more valuable content. Additionally, if you have not yet subscribed, ensure you activate notifications to avoid missing any future videos. Can enhance your longevity and quality of life. Let us commence with one of the most astonishing yet frequently neglected aspects of your anatomy, your tongue. This concealed health hazard often goes unrecognized. Consider this scenario: you meticulously clean your kitchen daily, disinfecting countertops, scrubbing the sink, and disposing of waste. However, what if I informed you that there exists a surface within your domicile accumulating layers of grime, bacteria, and food debris, which you entirely overlook? This is precisely what transpires within your oral cavity when you fail to adequately cleanse your tongue. The tongue is not merely a muscle facilitating eating and speaking, it serves as a reservoir for bacteria. At any moment, it harbors over 700 distinct types of microorganisms, some advantageous, yet many detrimental to health if not properly managed. The situation becomes critical as harmful bacteria from the tongue can infiltrate the bloodstream through minuscule cuts or inflamed gums, particularly prevalent in older adults. Inadequate tongue hygiene has been associated with heart disease, complications of diabetes, and even respiratory infections. Impair your gustatory perception, diminish your immune response, and induce persistent halitosis. Consider your tongue analogous to an air filter in your home's heating apparatus. Neglecting its cleanliness results in the accumulation of dust and debris, ultimately rendering the circulating air stale and detrimental to health. Fortunately, maintaining a clean tongue is straightforward, swift, and does not necessitate costly instruments. Here is an efficient regimen for tongue hygiene. Utilize a tongue scraper, a compact and affordable implement readily obtainable at any store. The drugstore product is significantly more effective than brushing alone. Gently scrape from the back to the front without applying excessive pressure. Consider it akin to wiping a dusty countertop, thorough yet gentle. Repeat this process 3 to 4 times. You will often observe a thin white or yellow film, indicative of bacteria and dead cells that should be eliminated from your body. Rinse with water or an antibacterial mouthwash to expel any residual debris. Timing is crucial. Perform this in the morning before breakfast to eliminate overnight bacterial accumulation, and take a more deliberate approach at night. and lighter before bedtime, as your tongue will exhibit heightened sensitivity following a full day of usage. This uncomplicated 3-minute practice can revolutionize your health in unforeseen ways. The unexpected advantages of tongue cleaning include the restoration of your sense of taste. Numerous older adults have noted that after merely a few weeks of tongue cleaning, flavors become more vivid and pleasurable once again. Envision relishing your morning coffee or fresh fruit as you once did. Additionally, it enhances your immune system. Your body diligently combats bacteria by diminishing the bacterial load in your. By cleansing the mouth, you alleviate the strain on your immune system, thereby reallocating energy for alternative functions. Bid farewell to halitosis. Persistent bad breath is frequently attributed to bacteria residing on the tongue. Merely brushing your teeth is insufficient. However, tongue cleaning can be beneficial. Take the case of Linda, a 67-year-old retiree who commenced tongue scraping after years of disregard. Within 3 months, she was astonished by the enhanced flavor of her food, having been unaware of the extent of her loss. During her subsequent dental appointment, her dentist observed a reduction in plaque accumulation. Healthier gums, and then there is Theodore, a 71-year-old retired educator who had struggled with halitosis for years despite adhering to a rigorous oral hygiene regimen. He was initially dubious when I recommended tongue scraping, but after merely 2 weeks, his issue dissipated. He no longer fretted about social engagements, and his self-assurance soared. Here are some tips to facilitate the process. If you possess a sensitive gag reflex, commence scraping from the midpoint of your tongue and gradually progress towards the back as you acclimate. Be vigilant for any unusual symptoms if you observe persistent signs. If you experience soreness, white patches, or discoloration, consult your physician, as these symptoms may signify an underlying condition that warrants attention. Small, deliberate habits can have a cascading effect, enhancing your long-term well-being in unforeseen ways. This is merely the first of 5 neglected hygiene practices that could extend your lifespan. Are you prepared for the next one? Stay with me, as the subsequent body part is even more unexpected and vital for your health, your feet, the cornerstone of your overall wellness. Neglecting to consider the significant role your feet play daily is common. They support your weight, facilitate movement, and maintain balance. However, for many, foot care is merely an afterthought, often limited to a brief rinse in the shower and occasional application of lotion, if remembered. What most fail to recognize is that inadequate foot hygiene can result in infections, nerve damage, and even life-altering conditions such as diabetic complications. Poor foot care adversely impacts circulation, balance, and mobility, thereby increasing the risk of falls and swelling. Chronic pain and foot health are intrinsically linked to overall well-being, particularly for individuals over 50. Dr. Emma Harris, a specialist in senior health, articulates that feet serve as the foundation of a house. If the base is compromised, it adversely affects posture, joints, and even cardiovascular health. Therefore, it is imperative to prioritize foot care to prevent minor issues from escalating into significant problems. As one ages, foot care becomes increasingly vital due to the complexity of the feet, which comprise 26 bones and 33 joints in each foot. Joints, along with over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, constitute a quarter of all the bones in the human body. However, as we age, circulation naturally diminishes, often resulting in the feet being the initial area to exhibit symptoms of distress, such as swelling or consistently cold toes, which may indicate poor circulation or cardiovascular problems. Redness, paleness, or alterations in skin condition could serve as early indicators of diabetes-related complications or potential nerve damage. Additionally, aching or burning sensations may suggest neuropathy, which can impair balance. Foot care for individuals with diabetes transcends mere comfort. It is essential for preventing infections, ulcers, and potential amputations. The solution lies in a diligent daily foot care regimen. Many erroneously believe that standing in the shower suffices for hygiene, but this is inadequate. It is imperative to intentionally cleanse your feet each day. Employ a soft washcloth and mild soap to meticulously wash the tops, soles, and sides of your feet, with particular focus on the interdigital spaces, as this is where bacteria often proliferate. Fungi tend to conceal themselves. Consider this akin to cleaning window blinds. If you neglect to wipe between each slat, dust and grime accumulate. Your toes are similarly susceptible. Utilize warm, rather than hot, water, as hot water can desiccate the skin, increasing the likelihood of cracks and infections. Do not rush. Sit comfortably, as a shower chair at the edge of your tub or a small stool can facilitate this process. Once your feet are clean, do not overlook the subsequent step, drying your feet, a crucial phase that many people neglect. Now that your feet are clean, you may proceed. One may believe that the task is complete, yet washing constitutes merely half of the endeavor. Consider this scenario. You have just finished cleaning a sink full of dishes. Would you store them while still wet, allowing moisture to accumulate in hidden crevices? Certainly not, as stagnant water can foster mold and bacterial growth. The same principle applies to your feet. If they remain damp, particularly between the toes, you are inviting complications. Take, for instance, Thomas, a 73-year-old retiree who learned this lesson through unfortunate experience. For years, he assumed that rinsing his feet in the shower was sufficient. Eventually, he observed a subtle discoloration between his toes that persisted. A visit to the doctor confirmed an unexpected diagnosis, a fungal infection. Like many older adults, Thomas's feet spent hours daily encased in socks and shoes, creating a warm, moist environment conducive to bacterial and fungal proliferation. His doctor cautioned that without adequate drying, the infection could disseminate and potentially result in painful fissures or sores. However, the positive aspect is that once Thomas dedicated himself to washing and thoroughly drying his feet each night, his infection resolved within weeks. Even more surprisingly, his balance improved, and the persistent discomfort he experienced while walking vanished. His feet felt stronger, healthier, and more stable, imparting a renewed sense of independence. The proper method for drying your feet is often misunderstood. Utilize a soft, clean towel after washing. Select a dedicated foot towel and thoroughly dry every part of your feet, including the tops, bottoms, and especially between the toes. Be meticulous. Lift each toe slightly and dab gently yet firmly, avoiding aggressive rubbing. The objective is clear. It is essential to eliminate all moisture, ensuring that your feet remain dry. Moisture trapped between the toes fosters an ideal environment for fungal infections, such as athlete's foot. Once your feet are thoroughly dry, the process is not complete. The final step is to moisturize with care. As we age, the skin on our feet dehydrates more rapidly, resulting in cracks, peeling, and discomfort, particularly in winter or arid climates. Apply a small amount of moisturizer to the tops and soles of your feet, massaging it in to maintain softness and avert pain. Cracks, but refrain from applying lotion between your toes. This is due to the fact that trapped moisture in these confined areas can negate your efforts and promote fungal proliferation. Consider it a balancing act, hydration where required, dryness where essential. Your feet serve as an early warning system for your health. In addition to cleaning and drying, another vital practice is daily foot inspection. Similar to the dashboard lights in your vehicle, your feet can indicate early signs of more significant health issues. Dedicate a moment each day to examine for new patches of discoloration, redness, or paleness. Persistent soreness, skin discoloration, small cuts, cracks, or sores that exhibit delayed healing, swelling, cold toes, or tingling sensations may serve as subtle indicators of significant health concerns such as poor circulation, infections, or diabetes-related complications. Do not dismiss these symptoms. If something appears abnormal or feels off, consult your physician. Early detection of issues can avert long-term damage. Your feet support you throughout life, so prioritize their care. Now that we have addressed foot hygiene, let us transition to another often overlooked body part and its potential impact on your overall health, the armpits. More than merely a site for perspiration and odor, they serve as a concealed component of your immune health. Many individuals regard their armpits solely as areas requiring deodorant, merely a repository for sweat and odor prior to departure. However, it is crucial to recognize that the underarms significantly contribute to the body's detoxification processes and its capacity to combat infections. Indeed, armpits represent more than just a bothersome inconvenience. They contain a network of lymph nodes, small yet potent structures tasked with filtering toxins, eliminating waste, and fortifying the immune system. Neglecting them results in the accumulation of sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells, which obstruct pores and precipitate itchy rashes, irritation, and persistent odor unresponsive to deodorants. Over time, residues from antiperspirants and deodorants may accumulate, entrap toxins, and potentially exacerbate inflammation of the lymph nodes. If unaddressed, obstructed pores in the underarms can develop into painful infections or abscesses, present challenges that require significantly more effort to resolve than to prevent. Helen Carter, an expert in lymphatic health, elucidates that the underarms function as a natural drainage system. When obstructed by product accumulation, bacteria, and perspiration, the body encounters difficulties in efficiently eliminating waste. Over time, this can compromise immune function. Therefore, if you have neglected adequate underarm care, depending solely on deodorant, it is imperative to amend this approach. Clean your underarms correctly. Begin in the shower with warm water to open your pores, facilitating the removal of sweat and debris. Utilize a soft washcloth or gentle sponge, as the underarm skin is delicate. Avoid aggressive scrubbing. Employ varied motions. Start with circular movements, then proceed to up and down and side-to-side motions, akin to polishing a fragile crystal. This technique ensures thorough removal of buildup without irritating the skin. Select an appropriate soap. Harsh, heavily scented soaps can disrupt your skin's balance. Natural Balance recommends using a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser to avert rashes and irritation. It is essential to thoroughly rinse off any soap residue, as it can dehydrate the skin, resulting in itching and discomfort. Ensure that the water runs clear during rinsing. For Olivia, a 65-year-old retired teacher, neglecting this additional step resulted in years of persistent underarm rashes. She believed it was merely a normal aspect of aging. However, after transitioning to a mild, unscented soap and adopting a more deliberate washing regimen, she experienced a significant improvement. She recalls frequently contending with irritated, bumpy skin. However, once I learned to wash and thoroughly rinse my underarms, the transformation was remarkable. Those issues disappeared. The appropriate method for drying and caring for your underarms is more significant than one might assume. After adequately washing and rinsing your underarms, the subsequent step, often neglected, is drying them correctly. If you have ever placed damp clothing into a hamper and subsequently forgotten about it, you are aware of the resultant musty odor. Moisture retention under the arms post-shower fosters bacterial growth. This poses a problem as damp skin provides an ideal habitat for bacteria and fungi, potentially resulting in irritation, redness, and rashes. Additionally, obstructed pores in the underarm area may lead to painful bumps, ingrown hairs, or infections. To mitigate this, dry with care. Upon exiting the shower, gently pat your underarms dry rather than rubbing aggressively, which can create microabrasions conducive to bacterial colonization. Employ a soft, clean towel for this purpose. Utilizing a designated towel for sensitive areas of your feet aids in preventing bacterial proliferation. Allow your underarms to ventilate briefly prior to applying deodorant. This interlude permits your skin to stabilize, thereby diminishing the likelihood of irritation and enhancing the efficacy of your deodorant. Once dry, you may observe a notable improvement. Your underarm skin appears smoother, less irritated, and more refreshed. The significance of underarm hygiene extends to your overall health. Intriguingly, your armpits contain over 20 lymph nodes. Engaging in practices that eliminate toxins and bolster your immune system indicates that underarm hygiene transcends mere freshness. It serves as a significant method to safeguard your body's defenses. Implement this regimen for a mere week, and you may be astonished by the outcomes. Smoother underarm skin devoid of clogged pores and rough texture, diminished irritation and redness due to the absence of bacterial and sweat accumulation. and a marked decrease in body odor, as the removal of odor-causing bacteria leaves no residue. Olivia, a 65-year-old retired educator, was astonished by the significant improvement in her daily comfort resulting from proper underarm care. After years of enduring irritation and bumps, she finally found relief through a minor adjustment to her hygiene regimen. Interestingly, some individuals report an overall enhancement in well-being by focusing more on their underarms. This is attributed to the lymphatic system, the body's natural detoxification network, which depends on unobstructed pathways to function effectively. Your underarm region is obstructed by sweat, bacteria, and product accumulation, necessitating greater effort from your body to eliminate toxins. However, improved care of this area enhances your body's natural detoxification process, resulting in heightened energy, improved circulation, and an overall sense of lightness and freshness. Additionally, consider the often overlooked significance of nasal hygiene. We inhale approximately 20,000 times daily, yet seldom reflect on the quality of these breaths. Breathing is an involuntary action, occurring effortlessly and unconsciously. However, the reality is that the majority of individuals do not breathe as optimally as possible, and over time, inadequate breathing can deplete energy, disturb sleep, and adversely affect cognitive function. The nose serves as one of the most effective natural air filters, engineered to eliminate dust, allergens, and harmful bacteria before they enter the lungs. Yet, akin to the air filter in a household that necessitates cleaning or replacement, nasal passages also require upkeep. Neglecting the nose results in the accumulation of microscopic irritants, dust, and pollen. Pollutants accumulate, complicating your body's ability to filter harmful particles. Consequently, your airways become inflamed, resulting in frequent nasal congestion, snoring, and disrupted sleep. Inadequate nasal hygiene has been associated with increased rates of respiratory infections and diminished oxygen flow to the brain. Consider this: if your nose is not functioning optimally, neither is the rest of your body. Your nose serves as a paramount defense mechanism. Helen Carter, a respiratory health expert, characterizes it as a built-in security system. Your body filters impurities, humidifies the air you inhale, and ensures your lungs receive the cleanest, healthiest oxygen possible. However, similar to any filter, if it becomes obstructed, everything downstream is adversely affected. As we age, our body's natural defenses diminish, making it increasingly vital to maintain clean nasal passages, not only for comfort, but also for improved respiration, enhanced sleep, and overall health. Therefore, what is the optimal method for nasal care? How should one properly cleanse the nose, and why is it more significant than one might assume? A gentle nasal rinse at the start of the day, such as a quick splash of warm water around the nostrils, can effectively eliminate overnight dust and mucus accumulation. For a more thorough cleansing, utilize a saline spray or a neti pot. Saline sprays serve as a refreshing shower for the nasal passages, aiding in the removal of irritants and enhancing airflow. A neti pot can be transformative for individuals experiencing seasonal allergies or recurrent congestion. Inhaling steam can also facilitate airway dilation. Taking a warm shower or inhaling steam from a bowl of hot water can help to loosen persistent mucus. Enhance respiratory comfort by incorporating a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil, which can ameliorate your nasal passages and provide immediate refreshment to your breathing. Exercise caution when expelling mucus. Excessive force can inadvertently push mucus deeper into the sinuses, resulting in irritation and pressure. The optimal method involves gently clearing one nostril at a time into a soft tissue, followed by thorough hand-washing to mitigate germ transmission. The transformative advantages of improved nasal care become evident when one prioritizes nasal hygiene. One may observe several unexpected advantages almost instantaneously: enhanced respiratory clarity, reduced congestion, diminished nasal discharge, and improved airflow throughout the day. Deeper, more restorative sleep without waking up congested, and fewer disturbances from snoring. Elevated energy levels, as increased oxygen delivery to the brain results in diminished cognitive fog and heightened alertness. and a reduction in allergy exacerbations as consistent nasal care aids in preventing irritants from entering the system before they induce complications. Consider James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker who suffered from chronic congestion for decades. I spent years believing my nasal congestion was merely a consequence of aging. However, upon incorporating a saline spray and inhaling steam each morning, it was as if a switch had been flipped. I could finally breathe freely. Similarly, Bella, a 76-year-old gardening enthusiast, consistently awoke feeling congested and lethargic, describing her mornings as if her head were filled with cotton. Yet, after integrating nasal care into her routine, she began to rise feeling rejuvenated rather than groggy. I had never comprehended the extent to which my breathing impacted my well-being. Energy Bob facilitates easier breathing, a simple habit capable of transforming your sleep and vitality. If you have ever experienced restless nights, awakening with nasal congestion and impaired respiration, you are not alone. Many attribute this to allergies, aging, or mere misfortune. However, the reality is that your nightly congestion may be entirely preventable. Consider James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker who spent decades inhaling sawdust and grime on job sites. For years, he believed his persistent nasal obstruction was merely an aspect of aging. He acknowledged that it was typical for someone of my age. However, upon beginning to awaken gasping for air every few hours, I recognized that something was amiss. That was when he implemented a minor adjustment by incorporating a straightforward nasal cleansing regimen into his morning and evening routines. It was akin to flipping a switch. I could finally breathe freely. I had not realized the extent to which congestion was hindering me until it was alleviated. James is not alone in this experience. Bella, a 76-year-old gardening enthusiast, attests to the efficacy of her daily saline rinse. Each morning, I used to awaken feeling as though my head were congested. After utilizing a simple saline spray, she remarked that it felt as though a fog had lifted. She could breathe more easily and felt more alert. Properly clearing your nasal passages is one of the simplest methods to enhance breathing, sleep quality, and energy levels. To do this correctly, begin your day with a brief rinse. Splash warm water around your nostrils in the morning to eliminate overnight dust and mucus accumulation. Employ a saline spray or rinse, as it functions like a rejuvenating shower for your nose, effectively flushing out impurities. Eliminate allergens and facilitate airway expansion. For a more potent solution, consider utilizing a neti pot, a small teapot-like apparatus that employs a saline solution to thoroughly cleanse the sinuses. First-time users often describe the experience of using a neti pot as a literal breath of fresh air. Properly expel mucus by avoiding the common mistake of pinching both nostrils and forcefully blowing, which can exacerbate congestion by pushing mucus deeper into the sinuses. Instead, gently blow one nostril at a time into a soft tissue and subsequently wash your hands meticulously to prevent the spread of germs. To combat germs, consider a steam treatment. Step into a warm shower, inhale deeply, and allow the steam to naturally loosen mucus. For a more intensive cleanse, position your face over a bowl of hot water, draping a towel over your head to trap the steam, and breathe in slowly. To enhance the experience, add a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. The cooling sensation will immediately open your airways, facilitating effortless breathing. Additionally, as we age, the delicate mucosal lining within our noses may dry and crack, particularly in cold conditions. In arid climates, a small application of natural oil, such as coconut oil or vitamin E, using a clean finger or cotton swab, can effectively maintain moisture and comfort in the nasal passages. This straightforward practice requires only a few minutes daily, yet offers substantial benefits: enhanced respiratory clarity, reduced congestion, diminished sniffles, improved sleep quality, elimination of morning congestion and fatigue, increased energy levels, enhanced oxygenation leading to decreased tiredness and cognitive fog, and fewer allergy exacerbations as irritants are expelled before they provoke issues. A minor adjustment can yield significant results. The difference is remarkable. Something as minor as cleaning one's belly button can significantly affect overall hygiene and comfort. This phenomenon is understandable, as our bodies function as complex, interconnected systems where even the most neglected areas can influence our well-being. Jane, a 78-year-old retiree, had never given much thought to her belly button, yet she consistently detected a subtle, musty odor that eluded her understanding. "I kept attributing it to my clothing, my soap, or even my diet," she admitted. "Then I began to focus on cleaning my belly button. The cleaning of buttons is an integral aspect of my daily regimen, resulting in the complete eradication of odor. Moreover, the skin surrounding my abdomen has become noticeably softer and healthier." This phenomenon is not unusual, as aging, hormonal fluctuations, medications, and diminished skin cell turnover can subtly influence our body's natural scent and skin health. A minor, deliberate habit such as this can rejuvenate freshness and avert discomfort in unforeseen ways. It is essential to exercise caution and remain vigilant for warning signs, as routine cleaning is typically sufficient to maintain your hygiene. The navel should remain clean and devoid of issues. However, it is prudent to monitor for any atypical changes. Consult a physician if persistent redness or irritation occurs, as this may signify an incipient infection. Unusual discharge or pruritus may suggest a bacterial or fungal condition. Persistent pain, particularly in individuals with a history of piercings, is concerning, as older piercings can harbor latent infections that may manifest years later. For individuals with diabetes or compromised immune systems, minor infections can rapidly progress if neglected. Therefore, a routine daily care regimen is essential. Cleaning is a simple yet effective method of protection for a pierced belly button. Regardless of whether your piercing has healed for years, it still requires maintenance. Jewelry can harbor bacteria, sweat, and dead skin cells, leading to irritation or infection. A piercing hole does not completely close. It remains a small cavity where buildup can occur. If you have a piercing, dedicate a moment each day to gently cleanse the area around the jewelry with warm water and mild soap, ensuring it is thoroughly dried to prevent complications. Moisture accumulation from prolonged sitting may lead to redness or sensitivity, which are initial indicators of buildup or infection. Minor adjustments can yield significant benefits. It is surprising that 5 often neglected body parts can profoundly influence your health, hygiene, and self-assurance. From your tongue to your feet, including your armpits, nose, and belly button, these simple, easily adoptable practices can diminish infections and irritation, enhance circulation and immune function, and promote a sense of freshness, cleanliness, and vitality daily. Now, it is your opportunity to reflect on what was the most impactful. Share any surprising insights you acquired today in the comments below and indicate which of these habits you intend to incorporate into your routine. If you found these tips beneficial, please click the like button and subscribe for additional straightforward, science-based strategies to enhance your life. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.